That's what I want. That is what I want. Go. Go, go, go. Well, this is going to be fun. So we're having a little trouble. Having a little trouble pulling up my own live stream, which is going to be interesting because I won't be able to talk or communicate with you. So give me just one moment here, and I'm going to try and get this pulled up. As I get this pulled up, we'll go through some different stuff, guys. Okay, sweet. As always, hey, welcome back to Thursday night discussions. Our Thirsty Thursdays, drunken discussions with my dumbass. There's 6 of you already. Sweet, you guys fucking rock. I love you all. Let's start drinking because that's what this is. This is gonna get started with. But tonight we're talking about the NailMasters. And in that, we're going to expand a little bit. Because I want to make sure that, here we go, I have got it up and live. I'm getting your stuff. You're sexy. As always, you are sexy. Guys, please comment down in those comments. Let me know what you think about all of this. Let me know your opinions, because maybe there's something I missed. I enjoy the lore. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious, but I don't get every little detail, and I want to make sure that if there's a detail I've missed, I want to know about it. I want to hear about it. And before we even start this, before any of you give me shit for a Hall of Gods in the background, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I didn't go back through and do all of them on Radiant. I need to. I'm actually currently going through, alternating between Hall of Gods and the Pantheons, doing all of the bindings. I'm done with the first 2 Pantheons. I'm done with the first set of Gods on Radiant. I have not made it up to these assholes yet, so they're not going to be Radiant. Let me know if you can hear me. We had a little trouble with the microphone. We were having a little trouble with the lighting, so we've got a kind of a bad glare. But let's jump right the fuck into this. So, when I released that teaser picture, I always give you guys my whiteboard on what we're going to talk about. But what I don't show you is there's always stuff I leave off that whiteboard. Otherwise, you wouldn't come to these because there'd be no point. So we've got a little more than what you just saw on that whiteboard to discuss. Drink time. Let's jump in. We are going to start with the 2 brothers, Oro and Mato. And I know a lot of you are probably here to actually hear my own thoughts on the theory that I wrote with Esme. And I'll be honest with you, we're only probably lightly going to touch on that. If you guys want to check that out, obviously the Look Deeper page has it posted. If you're a Patreon, that has it posted. I also need to take a moment and say sorry to you guys. I need to say sorry to my patrons. I have not been here. And that's probably obvious. But I haven't been here due to some personal issues, some global issues, and some cultural issues, and I'm not going to get into that right now because that's not what we're here for. But I do want to take a moment and say sorry for that. But let's go on to our NailMasters. We have Oro, Mato, and Shio. And you can go ahead and argue with pronunciations because maybe I'm wrong on some of these. But Oro, Mato, and Shio. Oro and Mato are the 2 brothers that we're going to find at the top of our first Pantheon in Godhome. We also find Oro at Kingdom's Edge. We find Mato base game in the Howling Cliffs. Oro, he's a loner, and we're not really sure why he's out there, but from Dreamnail context and a little bit of added gameplay, or well, not gameplay, but added content in the Godmaster content, we get to kind of explore his character a little more. Oro is one of the characters you can actually give a delicate flower to, which is really interesting. And he actually tells you that if you give it to him, he's going to basically discard it, that he doesn't want your rubbish. But he doesn't. He actually puts it in a vase if you return to him, and he keeps it. He's actually a pretty big softie when it comes down to it. And that's a very My laptop just died, guys, so I may not be able to converse with you on tonight's live stream. That's gonna suck. I do have the charger. I don't know why that just did that. Damn. Give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna get that going because I do want to talk to you. I do want to interact. Okay, so that comes back up, and obviously, sorry, this is what you get with a live stream. You get it live, you get it raw. But with that, we find out, Oro and Mato aren't getting along. And for whatever reason, Oro thinks that Mato is his enemy, thinks of him as an enemy. And we see this again when we meet Mato. He actually asks, the very first thing he asks to us is if we've met his brother Oro, if we've already learned that nail charm, or that, the nail art. Let's get logged in here. And that's very interesting. He's not worried about you. He's not worried about the state of the world. He's more worried, Mato is more worried about not Oro's well-being, but if we know where Oro is. And knowing that Mato thinks of Oro as an enemy, that's very interesting. That is a revenge-driven curiosity. Oh no. I don't even know if I'm talking. Are we still live? I can't even see my own live stream. This is garbage. Oh, I should have used my other laptop. Man, okay guys, so we're obviously having some technical difficulties on my end. I don't even know if you're still there. I am live. I hear you, dude. Thank you, guys. Keep go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. Your comments are coming up. My live stream's not. This is ridiculous. But that's got to be, with these brothers, that's got to be revenge driven. Mato wants to know where Oro is for revenge, because nothing else matters to Mato. He is at the very top of the world, where his brother Oro is at the very edge of the world, so far away, and that's all he thinks about, that's all he cares about. And that is an interesting dynamic, especially when you have brothers. But we have a third NailMaster. We have Shio. And Shio is oblivious to the fact. He knows there was a fallout, but he does not. Yeah, Facebook Live be like, Facebook Live sucks. The more your laptop dies, the more random Chinese ladies die. I hope not, man. I really hope not. But he's oblivious as to why they're fighting, which leaves a whole lot of room for interpretation, which is really interesting again. But these two we meet in Godhome. When we ascend the first Pantheon, we actually wind up meeting Oro. And Oro is fairly easy to beat on his own. And when we do beat him, Mato drops in. And that is a game changer to most players. 2-on-1 is always an interesting combo. But more so on the lore side of things, it's always interesting when they exchange that look. And we know that look. Bros before hoes. Kinda. And that's exactly what we're getting at. Is they exchange that look, and there's a knowing, there's an understanding, and it's tension. That's the same little squiggly, we all saw on anime. You watched fucking anime. Fuck you, I watched anime. That's the same one when the rival shows up. Like, there is tension between these two. And Mato is down, and Oro stands above him. This is his moment for revenge. But they're brothers. And brothers fight together. So that's what they do. They fight you at the same time. They put aside their differences and they fight you. And that fight is so much fun. Double penetration energy. Yeah, there are. Looking in the live stream for hidden clues. So I'll be honest with you, I almost put a hidden clue in tonight, and I took it out last second, which is probably why I'm having so many fucking technical difficulties, because I was scrambling to take it out, but there was one. There's not one tonight. Yeah, there's not one tonight. So you guys don't have to look for hidden clues on this one. This one is free. This is a freebie. But I'm probably going to start putting them in. Heads up, fuck you. So you've got that double penetration energy, as we like to call it, and that is an amazing fight. We have a hurricane the hurricane spin. We've got the dash, and it's just fantastic. And it's something we haven't really experienced before, and it's something that is raw. It's unbridled. It's two brothers who are at odds, who have put their differences aside for one goal. And that's amazing. But noticeably, somebody's missing out of that. Because we have three brothers. And there's a third brother that's gone. And we don't get to find out. We've probably figured out now where he's at, because Team Cherry is fantastic at foreshadowing, right? I mentioned it last time. I think I mentioned it the time before. I'm basically riding Team Cherry's dick, guys. But I love their foreshadowing. Their foreshadowing is fucking fantastic. And so we have a pretty good idea where Shio is. And obviously by the names of the Pantheons, we have a pretty good idea as well. I have 122% these live streams. You may have to have 122% these live streams. Although there's only 112% with DLC. So when we ascend that second Pantheon, the Pantheon of, the artist, we meet Shio. And out of all three brothers, Shio is probably the one we can the least amount of clues with. Shio has set aside his nail. Shio set aside his nail to be a painter. But he's never fully let it go, because we know we get a nail art from him. He can't entirely escape his past. It's always going to be with him, and it's always going to be a part of him. And that is who we meet in the Pantheon. Is someone who can't escape his past because he is a NailMaster. However, he's trying to move on with his life as an artist, as a painter. And we experience something new yet again. He uses not a nail, but his paintbrush and his paint. And that's a unique fight. That's a really cool fight with a lot of AoE attacks, a lot of projectiles falling. And it's a really fun fight, because whereas we got the Oro and the Mato fight in the first Pantheon, a lot of those moves are very similar, unless, of course, they're doing their nail art. We have the jumping somersault slash down, dodge through, turn around, swipe his butt a couple times. Like, yeah, perfect. We've got this straight slash, where it's totally easy to dodge straight through that, turn around, slash a couple times in the butt. Like, these fucking NailMasters love it in the butt, guys. That's the whole thing. Get them in the butt. Easy. Pfft, done. Like my wife, like me, like, I don't know, like all of you, fucking take it in the butt. That's what they're all about. And Shio's no different. You see that transition? Fuck you. Shio's no different. We also know that Shio winds up hooking up with the Nailsmith if we let him live. And you've got to let him live if you want that achievement. So, let him live this time. Don't fucking nail him in the back like he asked for. And eventually he makes his way to Green Path. But, and here's a little clue.